What's going on, ladies and gentlemen that follow me on this channel? I want to talk to you guys about, because there's something that I believe in very strongly, and that's that if you want to grow, you want to be big and stuff, or if there's certain things that you want to acquire, one of the things that they recommend is that you go and you see those things. For example, if you want a car, test drive the car. If you want a big house, you go and look at that house, right? So my wife and I did something the other day, and we went and we actually looked at this one house. Beautiful house, by the way. Beautiful. Like, it has everything that we've been saying that we want in this house, you know, like our dream house. But there's an issue. I can't afford it. But I want to go a little deeper into this that I'm talking to you guys about in this video. And at one point, this video may get a little bit emotional and a little bit deep into a topic that I want to talk to you guys about, because it's something that I struggled with at the beginning, and then this experience kind of brought that back. And maybe it's just me that I've gone through this, or maybe not, but whether it is or not, I need to talk about it. And so I hope that you guys stick around for that, because there might be some valuable lessons in that for you that you may get some value out of. I need a pen and paper so I can show you guys a little more about this house thing. Let's go somewhere else where I can get that. All right, I'm home now. So I went to the dollar store and I got a couple things to show you guys. This right here, let's get to it. So I got some paper, some markers, and I also got a spider because it's October, you know, the month of Halloween. So this house that we saw, right, we saw it, and I took some pictures of me on this house because it's just so gorgeous and it's like a dream house. And in fact, you know what? Here are some pictures, right? Check them out. I'm gonna put them right here. This house is 3.4 million. That's what this house costs. And I'll be honest with you, but initially, like before, I would have said no way in hell I'm ever gonna get a house like that. But now I see things different. I started looking more into the numbers. What's the amount that you have to pay per month? The amount adds up to $17,000 per month on a 30-year mortgage, and 20% down pay, blah blah blah, down payment, and that equals to around $630,000. And it's recommended that your mortgage payment is no more than 25% of your income. So I made the math, and that ends up being about $68,000, and that's what I would have to be making per month. That's quite a bit of money. But yeah, this is what I need to make in order to afford a $3.4 million house. So looking at these numbers, I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money that I gotta make, and I'm not even making that in 1 year. Now imagine making that in a month. What is that gonna take, right? But even though I see these numbers, I'm not getting intimidated. In fact, I went to see this house. I'm freaking excited. I'm pumped. I'm saying, let's do this. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get that money, make that money. You know, I know it's gonna take some time, but I'm not intimidated by the fact. And I said I was gonna get into something a little deep, a little emotional, but maybe it's not so much emotional, maybe just a little deep, something that I wanna talk about. Please pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, because if you're in this process, if you're in the process, or if you want to grow into a growth mindset, this is something that you may need to be aware of, something that you may need to be prepared for. Going to see this house moved something in me. It did something essentially positive, but then for a second, it got a little negative. Let me explain that. When I started to shift my mind from being a fixed mindset onto having a growth mindset, I started to realize a lot of things. I started to realize that a lot of my years were wasted. I started to realize that I was a piece of shit, for quite some time. And instead of my mind saying, okay, I gotta take this off, I started to realize so many things. I started to be more aware, right? But instead, I don't know if it's because my mind wasn't used to thinking that way. It started to mess with me, and I I was nearly into depression. And it was weird because the growth mindset is supposed to help you. The growth mindset is supposed to help you grow, make you a better person overall. But initially it was sinking me down. And like I said, I don't know if it's because it was new to my mind, to my brain, to start thinking that way, that it was like, dude, like it made me aware that I was a piece of shit. It made me aware that I had wasted my life. It made me aware that this whole time I wasn't doing things the way I should have been doing my whole life. And I would possibly be in a different situation now. I'd be a lot better. That's what it was making me think, all right? And I got a little bit, I was starting to get a little into depression, and I didn't like that. I forced myself not to get in there. So I just continued growing. I continued growing, you know, trying to shift my mind all the way from thinking that way. The thing that happened is that when I started to develop my mind, I started to change. I started to be more aware. And I realized that I have a lot that I can do, not just for myself, but for my family and for the people around me, and even other people that may not even know me personally, but I can change lives. And I'm not doing that yet, or I wasn't doing that yet, right? I realized that I could have whatever I want in my life, but I'm not there yet. I realized that I can be somebody different, somebody better, but I wasn't there yet. I realized that many things could be different, but they weren't yet. What happened is I got impatient. My mind wanted me to be there already because I realized that I could be there if I want to. I can get that house if I want to. I can get those cars if I want to. I could have the life that I want to, but I wasn't there yet, and I'm not there yet, all right? That's what my mind was thinking. I was like, okay, so you can do so much, why are you here? And I started to ask myself too many questions, and I didn't know how to respond to those thoughts because I was still in the process of shifting my mind from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Going to this house, it kind of brought that back to me. And for a second I was like, I don't know if I should feel happy or sad about this, because I have this house in front of me and it's such a beautiful house, and I know that if I want, I can get that house. Well, maybe not that house, but I can get a house like that one if I want to, but I'm not there yet. And it made me want it so bad that I realized I got impatient for a little second, and then I said, you know what? Don't be impatient. Like, I started telling myself things in my mind. Don't be impatient. You gotta work for it. It's gonna take some time. Get yourself together. Keep growing. Keep working on the things you're working on. You know, in fact, work harder at them if you want that house. That's what I started thinking, and I started thinking that way, and I realized that my mind started to shift, you know, off that thought of negativity of me not having that house. When shifting your mind, you're gonna have a lot of things that you're gonna become aware of. And if you're like me and you had a difficult past, those things are gonna come back to you in your mind, and they're gonna hurt you. You're gonna start hurting yourself. And that's what was happening to me when I started to change. I realized that I wasn't the person that I should be, right? I realized many things. I became aware of many things in my mind. I think because it was something new, it started to use that in a negative way, until I fully shifted my mind all the way to a growth mindset. Then I was able to get through. All right, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it was helpful to you in some way. And if it was, please give this a like, leave a comment down below if there's anything you want me to talk about. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.